I'm off social media. The results from coming off social media has been blissful. In some way, it's been slightly dark as well, and I've seen life for what it really is, almost, in a sense. I'm off social media, so what happened to me whilst I've been off social media? So when I'm out and about, I don't have this habit of picking up and checking my notifications. Oh, it's a red notification, quick, check it. I don't have that habit anymore of checking that notification. When I first deleted Instagram, I kept that habit was still in me. That habit was still in me to go and check my phone. So every now and then I would just check my phone, put the password in by muscle memory, and I'd be like, what am I doing? So I train my brain to not look at my phone. So when I'm out and about, I'm more in the moment. I'm just flowing with life. I'm in the present. I'm just here. I'm observing life. I'm observing people. I'm just around. I'm looking up. I'm looking up at things. I'm not on my phone with a bent back going, not even making that noise. My mind, I'm just looking over going, like that. I'm not looking down doing this. I'm not even making any noise. My brain is saying, oh, this video is funny, or this post is funny, but you're not actually laughing in real life, are you? Let's be real. So ever since coming off social media, it's been a blessing. Because like I said, I'm more in the present, in life. I'm seeing life a bit clearer now. It's almost like being sober for the first time. You're like, oh my gosh, wow. I can see life clearer now. It's interesting. I'm not looking at my phone. It's interesting. But the only curse is you get to see everybody else on their phones all the time. You realise, oh no, they're in the trap. You're seeing everybody else on their phone, then you're realising that this is what's wrong with the world. Yes, there are many things what's wrong with the world, but this is one of the main things, is what's wrong with the world, is people's attention, is what people are doing on their phones. They're just hooked, they're trapped. They've willingly put themselves in some sort of mental prison by just looking at their phone. You think I'm joking? I've just seen people walk down the street, earphones in, walking like that. Not once they even look up to acknowledge that I was there walking past them. Earphones in, so they can't hear a thing. They're listening to some crappy music. This is a problem. This is a bigger problem than we might think. Everyone, or most folk, are just glued to their phones. They're on social media. They're watching shorts. They're watching TikTok videos. You got young men looking at women's asses on TikTok. You got these bullshit videos where people do these challenges or whatever it is that's on TikTok, I don't know. It's just bullshit. But the thing is, I don't see people watching videos. They're just flicking and flick, hoping for some kind of dopamine of, oh, that's funny, and then they get this like little dopamine rush for like a second, and the dopamine goes and they're back to flicking. It's the same with Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and everything. All the social medias. It's almost like the same with TV, where you sit on your sofa, you're sitting on the settee and you're just bored shitless. So you're just flicking with the remote, you're lying down, your mouth is open because you're so bored, and your mind, you're not in the now, you're not in the moment, you're not in the present, you're just watching TV and you're bored shitless. You're on Netflix and you're, oh, there's nothing good on. This is a bigger problem than we realise, and it's actually scary for the world. I'm scared for the children because this is all they know. From a young age, I work in a restaurant part-time. I see parents giving their children iPads and iPhones and smartphones, whatever, and they're just watching stuff. They're watching kiddie, they're watching stuff like Ryan's World and whatever it is that kids watch. So all children of today, all they know is the life with a smartphone or a tablet. That's all they know. So to try and get them off the addictions of smartphones at a later date, like when they're teenagers or young adults, how on earth are we going to do that? It might be easier for me, because I remember a time when smartphones didn't exist. I had those little flip-up phones or little button. I had one phone, had little things, like a little, what do you call it, like a little antenna coming out of it. And all it did was send messages, ring, and play Snake. That's all it did. So we had no reason to be on our phones. When I was hanging around with my friends when we were kids, I had no reason to be we had no reasons to be on our phones. This might show my age, 28 by the way, but this might show my age. When we used to go out and hang out, I don't remember texting them. I just remember banging on their door and saying, is he in? Is he in? Are you coming out to play? And that's how we all congregated as kids. We got on our bikes, we knocked on each other's doors, and we went out. We didn't plan, we didn't have to message and do these group chats, or we just did it. We just knocked on our doors. We all lived close by. We cycled or we walked. We knocked on the door, and that was only about 15 years ago. 15 years ago is nothing, but look how much has changed. Look how much has changed now. We cannot live without our phones. I misplaced my phone for about 12 hours, and I'm not much of a phone addict, but I misplaced it for 12 hours. I left it in my driving instructor's car, so we had to drop it off. It was weird without it. It's because I couldn't call anyone for work, and it felt strange not having it. So the mental impact on our phones is, I'm not going to go into the science of it, only because I don't really know the science of it, to be honest with you. I'm just an average Joe. I'm just like you. I'm just a dumbass. But the effect that these phones are having on us is quite worrying. But this can be undone. I'm not just going to sit here and gloom you all to death and, oh, I feel depressed now. I don't want that. In fact, for me, it's the opposite. I want the opposite. I want to give you hope. I want to give folk hope. Folk hope. But this can be undone. You can tell your children, look, you can go on your phones, but limit the time. You can limit their times. You go to a restaurant. No, you don't play on your phones. You talk to the grown-ups and you sit there and you behave. It's the easy option to give your kids a phone. It's the easy option, which is why you mustn't do it. It's a dangerous option. So these things can be undone. We must stop. We must unplug our minds from our phones, our children's phones. More or less unplug myself from my phone. I've deleted all social media. I'm careful when I'm on YouTube to not get sucked into the shorts, and I don't. We need to undo years of abuse by these phones. We need to disconnect ourselves from this technology and be in the present, and teach our children to be in the present. Go out with your family, your wife, husband, kids, grandparents, and go out. Stop worrying about taking about 50 photos to put 49 of them on Facebook. Because in reality, no one gives a shit. They're just on their phones with their little dopamine and go, oh, nice, like, and gone. That's all your photos are to them. So stop going out and worrying about photos and getting the memories. Make the memories. Be there. Forget your phone. Get off your phone. If you have to be on your phone, do it when you're in your room alone. I don't want to keep ranting about social media and phones, but this is a problem. And also, at the end of the day, I don't want to doom you all. I don't want to give you gloom and take your hope away, because there is hope. If we stop using our phones, if we slowly wean ourselves off our phones, and the same with our children, then this can be a brighter future for us all. Freeing our minds and being in the now, being in the present. When you're in the now, life is beautiful. It can be so beautiful. Even just looking at these leaves now, I'm on the floor picking leaves up. I'm looking at these half orange leaves and Anyway, just think about what I said, because yeah. Thanks for watching anyway. Let me know what you think. Oh gosh, I'm so tired now. Soon to be heading to bed. Just finished editing this video. So this is a longer video. It's a long video so far. It's 8 minutes and 26 seconds. Obviously this will make it longer. So this is more or less a little afterthought. I need to speak less Kentish, more Received pronunciation. Afterthought. So yeah, just let me know what you think about this video. So most folk would have clicked off by now because they're bored because the video is too long. So if you are still watching this, then nice one. Just let me know who you are. Let me know who the legends are out there that watch my videos properly, not just 1 minute and go, yeah, I'm bored now. So yeah, I might remake this video because I just played it back and I quite like it, but I think it might be too long for most people to watch because people's attention spans are about 10 seconds before they just click off and watch another video. So might remake this to a shorter version because I kind of went off on a tangent. But either way, for you legends that stayed around, let me know who you are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.